Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
I was kind of feeling I was feeling lonely. I was feeling not loved. There is like my man of my life is not besides me. I don't hear anymore so many compliments. That is my need.
Welcome to Manage Your Highlights Daily. This is one of those videos where I personally look forward to your comments because situations like this have more depth to them. That's why it's always interesting to listen to Esther Perel. She provides great insight into the dynamic between men and women in modern society. A lot of food for thought, and she played a clip of a difficult situation. Now, before we get into this clip, let's give you some context first.
True intimacy, as I see it, is a maelstrom of contradictory emotions. It's love and hate, attraction and repulsion, excitement and boredom. It's often called relational ambivalence. It's all of you who said earlier that on occasion you would like to be out of the relationship that you are in. And the next day are so grateful to be there. Relational ambivalence is what we experience when we are locked in a situation with no easy answers and need to hold both parts of a dilemma. This is what happens mostly in a therapist's office, especially as a couples therapist and a family therapist. So I want to play you a clip from a couple in Ukraine that I saw a few months ago.
Esther Perel discusses the complex dilemmas relationships face that are difficult to resolve and why AI is not able to give proper therapy compared to a human therapist. The reason why we highlight this particular clip is because of the traditional gender roles, specifically the gender role a man has to play in this situation, and of course, how women think. Get ready for your red pill vitamins. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do, because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
The war breaks out. They are separated. They think it's going to be a 2-week story, right? It's always a 2-week story. And he stays there because he has to. He may be drafted, and he has the 18-year-old who may be drafted too. She leaves with the 16-year-old. She's in Western Europe. They have a moral dilemma. Artificial intelligence doesn't always know what to do with moral dilemmas. She says, we save ourselves first, come join me. He says, God gave me an order, I have to defend my nation. There is no right, easy answer for these types of situations. Let's listen.
The first conversation was really tough because when I asked, so Andrew, how are you? And he said, I don't even know, because I'm afraid to ask myself this question, because I'm afraid there is so much pain there that I don't even want to look there. On the other hand, from what you have just shared, which is absolutely true, I was kind of feeling I was feeling lonely. I was feeling not loved. There is like my man of my life is not besides me. I don't hear anymore so many compliments. That is my need. Lifestyle has changed so drastically. We were kind of afraid to approach each other. I was afraid to hurt him because I knew that he's going through air alerts 5 times per day. He has to go to bunker to save himself and our son. And I need just to be loved. I want to be loved. I want to hear compliments. I want to be the same woman for him.
This is pure gold. You just heard what's going through a woman's mind. We're talking about moral dilemma, right? I'm gonna break this down in a minute. Now let's listen to the man.
My first reaction was, what are you talking about? About compliment? We have war. We have difficult situation. I try to do something helpful for my country, for my family, for compliment. But then I just thinking about it, because I think she just go through difficult time now. She has needs. It's like if my wife need good words like compliments, say, "You're so beautiful today, I love you so much," and it's very important for her.
Andrew, it's
This is pure gold. His initial reaction is a good indication of how men think, what they consider important, and what is expected of them. As a man in a state of war, you might not consider your wife's need to feel special and be complimented as the main issue, because men think women love men for who they are. Woo! You're gonna get your red pill vitamins tonight, this afternoon, or this morning, but you will get them. Women don't love you for who you are. They love you for what you can do for them. You are a human doing in their eyes. And right now, her husband can't do anything for her. Why? Because he's at war. This doesn't sound too complicated, right? But yet it is. Check this out.
Lifestyle has changed so drastically. We were kind of afraid to approach each other. I was afraid to hurt him because I knew that he's going through air alerts 5 times per day. He has to go to bunker to save himself and our son. And I need just to be loved. I want to be loved. I want to hear compliments. I want to be the same woman for him.
Don't get it twisted, guys. Women know exactly what's going on. She knows his reasons are legitimate for not meeting her needs, but you are dealing with female nature. Female nature is selfish. Tell a woman that you want a prenup and she will get upset even though she knows very well that a man is participating in the foolishness if he doesn't.
Prenups to me are just, it seems like a setup for it's for failure, you know? And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, no, I totally
Maybe if
get
I had
that.
more money, I would be indifferent, you know? So I'm like,
It's part of women's survival instinct. Women are hypergamous. Women are short-term thinkers. Women do not cope well with stress, pressure, uncertainty. Why do you think women are allowed to leave the country and men are not? This is not a movie like The Woman King. That's why women cannot go back in lifestyle. You heard her say it. Lifestyle has changed so drastically. Brothers, you do not build equity with women. Woo! You're gonna get your red pill vitamins tonight, this afternoon, or this morning, but you will get them. You do not build equity with women. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing everything right, how much special attention you gave her over the years, but the moment her lifestyle changes, her lifestyle downgrades, she's already thinking about monkey branching.
So anyway, so I got that script and I was just like, oh my God, this is the first time I feel seen. Like, holy shit. And
wait, were you then already in the process of separating?
no,
But
we had, I will say this, we, you know, from the time that our first child was born, our relationship suffered and it was hard to get back on track. So for like those last 10 years, you know, and I'll say this, like we were together for a very long time. We were together for 18 years. That's not a failure. You know, that was a long time.
In that interview, Sarah Shahi said that divorce after 18 years of marriage is not a failure, and she identifies with the character Billy in Sex Life. This says a lot about her morality and why it conflicts with the morality of men in general. Focus on the information that's consistent. Women file 70 to 80% of divorces. This is not a coincidence, fellas. 50% of women in committed relationships have a backup plan in place in case the current one does not work out. His wife has probably already found his replacement. Women are only interested in the top 10, top 20% of men. This moral dilemma proves that women do not think like men. That's why they have different personal morals. When a war breaks out, feminism is dead. All that equality foolishness goes out the window. These so-called strong and independent women that claim that men are intimidated by them will happily embrace the weaker sex and victim status and get on a train to leave the country, their country. They won't fight for it because women always prioritize themselves, no matter what the situation is, even in times of war.
Artificial intelligence doesn't always know what to do with moral dilemmas. She says, we save ourselves first, come join me. He says, God gave me an order, I have to defend my nation.
I look forward to your comments. Let me know what you think of the situation. Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.